I got my return spring and my buffer package in today. Basically these three parts. That's what returns your bolt to the closed fire position. Basically that ring goes on here in the buffer tube. There's a tiny little detent that comes in the parts kit for your lower, which is all these springs, pins, mag release, hammer, trigger, all that stuff. This little detent that's left goes down in this hole. It rides in a slot on your back pin to keep it from coming out. And that little spring goes right in there. Screw this in, and there's another spring that goes in here. This is what stops your buffer from going any farther forward. This little pin right here, and you have to screw that tube in until it goes right over top of the edge of this pin and holds it down in there, and then the smaller little pin on it is what keeps that buffer in, just like that, right there. Spring, or my detent. And my detent is still in there. Okay. And the detent back in. And my little spring. That's just to keep your back pin from sliding out. That's all it is. I had to push this in. Like so, right there. Now, I screw my castle nut down to hold that for a second. We'll tighten that in a minute. And this return spring, push that pin down. Something thin. Need a little razor blade or something. Maybe a key will work. Just gotta hold that return pin down and keep it from catching my spring. There it goes. Alright. Push that spring all the way in. And this buffer sits right on top. pin has to be pushed down. You have to get something long and thin. Yeah, one of my taxidermy needles might work. There. Just like that. And when you fire a round off, like so, the bolt comes back and pushes this buffer in, and that's what returns your, that spring returns your bolt back to the fire position. Now, all I have to do is line that up, take my armorer's wrench for ar-15s. This is for your castle nut, that's for your barrel nut, and this will tighten up your buffer tube assembly. That tightens your flash hider on, your flash suppressor, and that's for a torque wrench. So you can torque your barrel. You can put your torque wrench in that slot and you can torque this down and get your reading. This is a plastic lower, poly lower, so I'm not going to get that super tight, just enough to hold her. And that completes the lower. Safety. She's ready to go. Now all I have to do is either get a complete upper and just stick it on that front pin, snap that back pin down, and she's ready to fire. Or I can build my upper from scratch, which I kind of would like to do. But parts are expensive right now and hard to get, so we'll just have to see which is a better deal. If I can get strip parts cheap, I'll do it that way. If I can get an upper complete cheaper, I'll do it that way. Eventually I'd like to get a, I'm going to do this in a 5.56, so shoot both 223 and 5.56. And then down the road, get a little more money, I'll get me a 22 conversion kit so I can shoot 22 long rifles. You have to get a new magazine and an upper. And then down the road I will build me aluminum lower, a little better quality, and put the 5.56 upper on that, and then just leave this one a 22. That's why everybody loves this rifle. It's just so versatile. Do so many things with it. Now I want to test my detent to make sure my pin don't come out. Locked in. That little detent goes in a slot right there, and it has a stop on it to keep that pin from falling out so you don't ever lose it. And the front one has the same. The spring goes in there, little detents right there, same thing. So when you push your front pin out, that little detent will lock it on. Well, that's about it for today, folks.